families struggling to make ends meet, and that difficulty extends to the classroom, where some students are unable to afford important learning tools like graphic calculators. Today, we're introducing you to two high school students who aren't just solving math problems. They're on a mission to put a calculator into the hands of every student who needs one. Shaunak Tandon is a junior at Brooklyn Technical High School, and Cervantes Pagan is a junior at Bronx Science. They're the founders of the nonprofit organization Calculators Solve Problems. Guys, thank you both for being with us today. It's a really impressive, thing that you're doing, and a really resourceful idea. And I love the name, Calculators Solve Problems. So tell us, how did you two of you come together and decide to focus on calculators, Shaunak?
So essentially, we basically realized that a lot of students, didn't have access to, the graphic and scientific calculators that they need to, succeed in their math and science classes. And we realized that we could reach out to
people that had them to donate the calculators. I had seen lots of news pieces about how there were students that simply were unable to learn properly in online learning simply because they didn't have the resources provided from schooling. And my sister also, she needed a calculator, and my mother's friend actually had, her sons went to college this year, so they had their calculators left at home. So she was able to hand it down to us, and then that's where the idea came from. We could get used calculators, and we could buy new calculators and donate them to students who really need them.
So that's amazing. So you've been impacted directly, and so you set up this website in the winter where people can turn in old calculators as well as donate funds to new ones. So tell us, how much have you raised so far, Cervantes, and what's the ultimate goal?
So far we've raised $2,000, and we've collected a lot of donations. So I think we've received up to 10 or 15 graphing calculators, and then a plethora of scientific calculators. And we use the funds that we've been donated to buy additional scientific and graphic calculators, which we then donate. So that's where the 54 calculators that we're going to give to the High School for Health Professionals and Human Services came from. We used the funds that we generated to buy 54 calculators.
So you're handing out these 54 calculators, I believe, next week, but how many have you handed out so far, and who's getting them? And what's been the reaction to the people who have been receiving them, Shaunak?
So essentially, we've been donating through Donors Choose. There are teachers on Donors Choose that, they're requesting for these various different scientific and graphic calculators. And so far we've
donated around 25, I believe, to Maxine Green High School.
Maxine Green High School in Manhattan, and also
we've donated 2 calculators to students in El Paso, Texas, which was kind of like an independent party. They needed calculators, and they messaged us on Facebook, so we donated to them. And then, as you know, next week we're going to donate 54 calculators to the High School for Health Professionals and Human Services in Manhattan.
And tell me, guys, what sort of inspired you to do this, and what's been the biggest reward for each of you? Cervantes, let's start with you.
Okay, so my inspiration, as I said earlier, came kind of from the news pieces I was seeing about how there are a lot of students who are, they're struggling because at schools, you could pick up a graphic calculator from a friend or a teacher, or you could find one or something like that. But you can't do that at home. You're stuck at home, and you have no way to actually have the resources to succeed. And then that, along with the story about my sister, who she needed a calculator because she was beginning Algebra 1 this year and she didn't have one, so my mother's friend donated one, really inspired me to do this. And kind of as a reward I just feel happy doing this. It's a good thing to do, and it's supporting my fellow students. And that's all I need. That's how I look at it.
One last question, Shaunak. What have you heard from people who have received these calculators? Have they reached out to you in any way?
Right, yeah, they reached out to us. They've really appreciated what we've done for us, and we're really dedicated to providing as many calculators to students as we can, and every dollar counts. Yeah, even if it's $5, it'll go towards helping these students. And also, we're really dedicated to not only the reach in New York and the U.S., but also the global reach, because obviously people around the world don't have access to these calculators and other technology as well. And so we really want to provide students in you know, whether it be Africa or Asia with, you know, the technology that they need to succeed in school.
All right, well, the two of you are doing some really impressive work. Good luck with it. And again, the website is Calculators Solve Problems. Good luck, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.